The Justice and Peace Commission of the Southern African Catholic Bishops' Conference, SACBC, is helping ex-miners suffering from pneumoconiosis, known as black lung disease, seek justice from multinational mining companies. Black lung disease is a preventable but incurable disease that is contracted in coal mines through inadequate protection from coal dust. For decades, thousands of ex-miners who are sick because of coal mining and coal-based energy have remained invisible and voiceless. Inspired by the Catholic social teachings, the SACBC Justice and Peace Commission continues to stand in solidarity with the poor, victims of massive human rights violations perpetrated by powerful multinational corporations and domestic business firms. Since 2018, the SACBC Justice and Peace Commission has held annual photo exhibitions at the Constitutional Hill in Johannesburg, South Africa, in solidarity with Sikh miners who are demanding justice from Glencore and other coal mining companies. The SACBC Justice and Peace Commission has been at the center of demanding justice for such workers, insisting to the mining industry that the health of the working poor is more important than profit. The Catholic Church also offers support to widows and their family.
As a church, we listen to the call for Pope Francis that we need to be at the peripheries of the economy. And in South Africa, we, as a church, decided to be at the peripheries of mining economy. And at those margins, you find workers who contracted black lung disease, and they're suffering, and there's nobody listening to them. So we have decided to accompany them on their daily struggles. So we make sure that we are visiting them, we make sure that we assist them to establish a movement so that they are able to receive compensation. We have been working with them to prepare civil litigation. The cases are at the moment at the advanced stage. Next year, those cases will start in court. There are 7 coal mining companies that are involved that will take to court next year so that the Sikh miners will be able to get the justice and the reparation that they deserve. Other than the miners, we are also working with some of the miners have passed away, and as you have heard today, there are widows and children that have remained behind. So we are also working with the widows and also the children. For the widows, we have helped them to set up a group where they support one another. But we are also working with them so that if we manage to win the case in court, they should also get the compensation. Although their husbands passed on, we want to make sure that the families that have remained behind are able to get the compensation as well.
Aware of the impact of the sickness on these miners and its impacts on their families, the Catholic Church in South Africa also offers spiritual support.
The Second Vatican Council said that the Church is to be found in moments of joy, in moments of happiness, also in moments of sadness and in moments of difficulty. The Church walks alongside people in many different experiences of their lives. She walks with people when things are going well. She walks with people in their valleys of darkness. The miners seeking reparation are people who are looking and seeking for help at this time. And the Church is there to help them through our Justice and Peace Department, through those who are concerned about the plight of people who have been left behind by progress. A thing worth reflecting on is that we have all benefited from the coal that was mined, but we don't often think about the people who actually mined it. We have benefited from the electricity that it has produced, the foreign revenue that it has produced from export, and from the byproducts such as briquettes, which are used for braais. And so every single person in South Africa has benefited in some way from the labor of others. And therefore, we should be standing by people, especially in situations where they have been experiencing an injustice, where in a sense they've given their lives for our comfort, where they have given their labor, paid poorly so that we could have things cheaply. And I think this is a real challenge for each one of us and challenge for the church as well, to call for people who have suffered, call for reparations, but also to continue the call for a just wage. But that means that we must be prepared to pay just prices for the goods that we use and not look for everything on the cheap.